What's
Hello.
up, guys?
What's going on?
I'm so pumped.
Detroit sucks. Detroit sucks.
Detroit sucks.
Best chant in sports.
Is it though?
Yes.
It is pretty good. I'll admit it.
So, hey everyone, welcome to the Scorecast. We're Richie and I are excited because we bet. We regret not making it a name a bet that you guys could have bet with us on PointsBet, but we bet the Detroit sucks parlay. We bet the Hawks to win by 1.5, and they won by 2. So check that one off. And we bet the Bulls to win by 3. They're based on my my video that I'm watching, which is behind Richie's. They're currently up by 3 with 21 seconds left.
I thought 5 because he just shot a 3, right?
Yes, but then I think it was Mason Plumlee just scored.
Oh,
Is that the white guy on the Pistons, Shane?
Yeah.
Okay.
The center. Yeah.
I figured because his name is Mason. It's such a white person name.
and Plumlee's
good
totally
guess.
white. Come on.
Plumlee.
Plumlee's more like purple.
True.
So anyway, who wants to do the ad read?
I'll do it. PointsBet.
Yes.
It's
Nice.
America's fastest growing online bookmaker. You guys should check it out at pointsbet.com and use promo code FRUSTRATE at the bottom down here. You can go to pointsbet.com. Make sure you are in either Illinois, Iowa, or New Jersey to do this. They'll match you up to $250 when you deposit for the first time. And make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. Yeah, I think I nailed it.
Sounded good to me.
Totally.
Yeah.
Definitely bet with us because we're tweeting every week at SYSS Scorecast on Twitter, and every day, every week, and you can see what we're playing. You can play all of them. You can play some of them. You can say you guys are stupid and not play any of them. Whatever you want to do, but you can at least interact with us. If you have PointsBet, you can see the exact same lines that we are playing. And sometimes there'll be special ones too. Like we will hopefully name some bets in the future and let you guys know about those. So yeah, so we're actually talking a little bit before we started recording about Fernando Tatis Jr.'s contract. So what was the details? 14 years, $340 million.
Yeah, I wonder how they came up with 14 million. 14 years. That's like a random number. Like, why not 10? Why 14?
I wonder how old he is.
22.
22.
Jeez, that's young.
It's interesting. Like I will admit, between him, Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, they all three of those guys have signed deals. Oh, and on the White Sox, Eloy Jimenez and not Moncada. Luis Robert. Those guys signed big extensions as well. MLB is interesting. It seems there a lot of players at one point in MLB history were wanting to get their first contract to lead them up to a point where they're like 30 or 31 where they could potentially get another big contract. But I think these players are realizing the benefit of getting these super lengthy deals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Like whether it's for just injury security or maybe because you're able to renegotiate easier now than you used to. Like having a longer deal seems like it used to be more restrictive, but now you see contracts being renegotiated and stuff a lot more. I don't know if that's true, but it seems like it's not that hard to renegotiate a contract now. So,
right. Yeah. Well, in baseball, we've seen a lot more of I feel like we've seen more of players have, they'll have a flash in the pan MVP season, and then they'll be above average, but not like MVP like. They're like we've seen that from Bryce Harper, we've seen it from Chris Bryant. So it's interesting for sure that he signed that massive of a deal. But yeah, so congrats to Fernando Tatis Jr. I like him. He's
good for the sport.
Yeah, he is very good for the sport. But
Slam Diego.
Don't
Most
you
players.
dare
Yeah.
hit a grand slam when your team's up 7-0 on a 3-0 count, okay,
If
young
you
man?
do, you better come out and apologize.
Unless we have the over in that game. That's the only
This
time.
league,
I think it
this
had
league
been
is for
hit already.
gentlemen only. This league is for
Right.
gentlemen only. Get rid of your riffraff.
Have
And
some
sir.
respect
Yeah,
for
gentlemen,
the
and over,
game.
gentlemen and the overs.
You will gently place the bat down upon hitting a home run.
Abner Doubleday is rolling in his grave right now.
I'm sure because he's under.
Yes, exactly.
Over under 6 feet.
Oh, dead people. Anyway, speaking
R.I.P.
of,
Marsh Limbaugh.
Oh,
I was gonna go Vincent Jackson.
Well,
all
we're
right.
both correct and both people dead. So
Yes. I have nothing to say about either person either, other than RIP.
thoughts and prayers.
With them or their families?
I don't know. I just.
What do you mean you don't know?
In general.
Why would they be with them? They're dead.
Huh. Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Can't argue with that at all.
It's science.
It's science, bitch.
That's right.
Breaking Bad. Yeah.
So what other big news do we have? Oh, Tim Tebow has retired
From baseball or football?
from baseball.
Dang.
Wow.
I could see him on the Mets. He was like this close.
The GOAT retired.
This close. Yeah.
I have to say, I really very strongly think that the Mets missed out on a big opportunity for free money to bring him by not bringing him up. I
Right,
thought for
especially
the
last
longest
year
time,
when,
when the Mets weren't good, I thought for the longest time, they needed to bring Zach Levine cannot hit the freaking free throw.
What's the score
Yeah,
now?
I know. It's
I got the notification for the final.
Me too.
Bulls win by 3.
push.
So is it a push
Yeah, I don't know how PointsBet works that then with a
for
parlay.
a prop or parlay?
Oh,
I
it
think you're
just,
just
it just reverts back to like the first one. It's
so
the
you
second
just
one.
still play the first one by itself. Like it
Yeah.
just so it reduces your winnings, but
Yeah,
you still
just your
win for the
winnings.
first one.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool.
So the Detroit Sucks parlay did not suck.
It was
still won.
partially successful.
Yes. But
Yeah.
anyway, I thought the Mets missed out on a big marketing opportunity
Yeah.
to bring Tebow up because whether you like him or not, and whether he's good or not, he would have brought in a lot of revenue for however, like even if they would have just had him up for like August and September, those 2 months, you would have had a lot of, because he's a very likable guy. A lot of people really like him, and especially in the Christian community, which there's a pretty large population in America. A lot of people would have gone to see him play.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
he has one of the most. He's a very good motivational speaker. Like
Yeah.
his like pregame speeches actually pumped me up. The one like the parody he did on like Sports Center like a couple years ago. I listen to that from time to time. It pumps me up. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, he's I don't know. It's kind of like you have to be like marketing handicapped as a franchise to not be able to take advantage of that. Like when Jordan went to the White Sox, can you imagine the White Sox not using that for all it's worth? Like
Yeah.
Oh, they
you
milked the fuck out of that.
when you get a guy who his impact almost transcends your team and the sport in a lot of ways, and your team is bad, like it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys had heard J. Cole, the rapper, was trying to get an NBA job, and the Pistons there was talk that the Pistons were going to give him a tryout and all this stuff. I'm like, we're a bad team anyway. Like, why would you not? Yeah, why would you not give him like, yeah, we'll give you a little bit of a contract. We'll let you play a couple games this year. Treat it like a little
Wouldn't that be
exhibition
crazy?
thing. Like, just do that because we're not going to be competitive anyway. And from a marketing standpoint, like
Dame Lillard's an NBA player first, and then a rapper. J. Cole's a rapper first, then an NBA player.
I just think like if you're a bad team, you should be doing all kinds of stuff just to try to be relevant from a marketing standpoint.
So what does Detroit do?
Nothing.
Suck.
And that's the problem. Yeah. I mean, you could argue by bringing up Tebow or bringing up J. Cole or whoever that you're maybe taking away minutes or time from other young guys that you're trying to develop. Okay, whatever. Like, I get that. But even if you bring Tebow up and just have him get one at bat a week, is he really holding your development back that much? And you advertise it and say, Tim Tebow is on the starting lineup on Tuesday, like Tim Tebow bobblehead night. Like, I don't know. I feel like they could have done a lot better job with that. I agree.
Indeed.
Classic Detroit. Very classic.
Classic.
Screw you, man. I mean, I can't argue it, but
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
You should have just rode with us with the whole Detroit sucks parlay. He would have.
It's like your siblings.
I know.
It's like I can make fun of my siblings, but if other people make fun of my siblings, like, it's not cool. So it's like, yeah, I can make fun of Detroit, but take it easy, Matt.
Yeah, so this is what PointsBet ended up doing with my parlay. So they gave me the green check for both. So yeah, they reduced my payout to 138 instead of, it was gonna be like 2 something.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
Yeah. So thankfully the Blackhawks there were higher odds for the Blackhawks to cover by 1.5 than the Bulls.
Higher meaning like better number, like better returns.
Like I would, yeah, yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So fortunately that worked out for me.
Nice.
I missed. What did Coach say?
Oh,
he had said about the sweep. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which we were talking before you got on, I think, Matt, but like about they both played the Detroit sucks parlay, which was parlaying Blackhawks favored by 1.5 and Bulls by 3, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And the Bulls pushed.
Yeah. You guys got pretty good odds on that. If it wasn't my teams, I probably would have joined you on that, but yeah, couldn't do it.
Honestly, like when I was looking at stuff on PointsBet for the Scorecast today, there wasn't even anything necessarily that I was like, I'm definitely going to play this. And I was kind of rushing too because I had a really busy day. So in the end, I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to play both Bulls and Hawks games. They both play Detroit. So we're just going to do it and put them together. So
did you play them separately too? Like on PointsBet?
No, I just played them.
But for the Scorecast, you put both down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
I didn't play anything for the Scorecast. Yeah. I just played it.
I've been playing a lot of stuff on PointsBet that's not on the Scorecast because I've been doing a lot of money line, which
so you're cheating.
Well, no, I'll bet money line, but I don't pick it on Scorecast. So
right now, well, we'll get into our records here in a minute.
Jeremy Grant will probably be traded. Yeah,
he's been so good for Detroit.
He's getting a lot of all-star votes. I mean, he's a borderline all-star. He's a good player.
That's because neither Chicago nor Detroit is good, Coach.
Makes sense to me.
I'd say every Chicago team is probably just slightly better than every Detroit team.
By, a point or two, depending on the sport. Yeah.
Yep.
By 3 for the Bulls today. So,
However, it's hard to compare. Matt, I don't know if you're a Sox or Cubs fan. I'm a Cubs fan, and so is Richie. So it's hard to compare Cubs Tigers as well because they're in different leagues. But
yeah.
I don't know. Would you say I guess now the White Sox are definitely better than the Tigers.
Yeah, they're coming out of a rebuild a few years ahead of the Tigers. So yeah, they're going to be hitting their prime before the Tigers do.
So let's talk about last week on the Scorecast. I'm excited to talk about it because I had a really good week. I need to find the document from last week if I want to talk about it. Hold on, everybody.
Man.
Filibuster. Boom, boom. Anyways, I did horrible last week. I'll just say that out of I had a bad really 2 weeks, but the bounce back is here. I'm 3-0 this week so far, so it's coming. The bounce back is coming.
What are you? You said 3-0
this week so far, yeah.
Nice.
I went 13-7 last week.
Solid.
Yeah.
So last week's scores.
Let me let you all in on a secret. I don't have any rhyme or reason to why I picked him, but it worked out really well for me because I picked on PointsBet. They have a 3-ball bet for the PGA Tour, and I picked Jordan Spieth the first 3 days of the tournament, and each of those days he won. So there were 3 days where Jordan Spieth filled in for me there, So
Yeah.
that was super helpful. And I hit my lock, so that was big too.
Which one was your lock? One of those?
No, my lock was Magic Warriors by 5.5.
Gotcha.
And the Warriors were losing by like 12 and they won by 7. So
Nice.
yeah. I also, this one was a surprise. I won Notre Dame at Duke. Notre Dame was
Wow.
7.5 underdog.
That was a good play. Duke's been hot the past couple games, but at that point they were still really
Duke's no
struggling.
longer. Yeah, they're done for
Yeah.
the season. I feel like so. Yeah.
A lot of the Blue Buds are this year.
And I hit Butler Georgetown over 132.
Nice.
A friend of mine from high school used to call me Georgetown. That was like his nickname for me.
I like that.
All right, Georgetown.
Instead of Brotown, he called me Georgetown.
Furious Georgetown. I like that.
That's right.
Oh,
Then
man.
I also just wanted to shout this out. There was one day where I think I got done with, what was the deal exactly? I don't remember what. I think it was like a half day at school or something because I had like meetings in the morning, but I was kind of bored and I was waiting for the PGA Tour to start. And so I went on PointsBet to see what was like a coming up game. And I was messaging Richie about it. And I decided to play the Icelandic Premier League, which is Icelandic basketball. And I picked Thor Akureyri versus Thor Thori under 183.5, and I hit it. So I'm officially Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide.
There we go. So,
And you're all jealous, I know.
Matt wants to know what are your thoughts on the size presser. Sound like it's so hard to read. Sorry. Sound like Pagano diss. What are your thoughts?
I have not yet had a chance to actually listen to the full audio. I've heard snippets.
Big fan.
I've heard some snippets.
FCF. Sorry.
My thought is I honestly just don't really care if it's a Pagano diss because, and I don't hate Pagano, but his coordinating was not getting the job done,
Which is his job. Yeah.
right? And
right.
I think it was the Hogan Johns podcast pointed out that it seemed a little bit like Pagano was asked to come in and run the Vic Fangio system, even though Pagano runs a different defensive system. And also Pagano came into a system with players for Vic Fangio's system. And so then he was only with the Bears for 2 years, so he didn't have much of a chance to really overhaul the defense, if you will. I know they already have special players on that defense, but like Robert Quinn, a lot of people attribute to being a Pagano signing because the Vic Fangio defense favors a Leonard Floyd type alignment you can drop in coverage, which Pagano did with Quinn a lot, and that never worked because Quinn was not built for that, and Quinn just sucks in general. So I don't really know if there's any point in there where it sounded like a diss on Pagano, and if it did, I guess I don't really care. Like, I think Pagano has had a fine career, and he doesn't need to worry about any criticism he receives from the Bears and Bears fans that were criticizing him, for these past 2 years. So I'm just excited because it does sound like they're really going to try to bring back in full force the Fangio system. My biggest thing is if you look at this Bears window, they have probably, I'm going to guess they probably have 2 years left with this current defense that can be above average to potentially knocking on the door of elite. If Desai can get the Vic Fangio offense back, or defense, the Vic Fangio defense back, you could see this defense return to elite status for the next 2 years, and that would really put you in a great position to be in a deep playoff run, which is what you need. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on Desai. I hope that he's really good, But of course, anytime anybody's really good, they get hired by another team. So that's always the concern there. But for now, I'm very intrigued and excited to see what he brings to the table.
Yeah, that's a fair approach. I mean, you see too many people coming from a non-Bears fan. Like you see a lot of people for all teams overreact to press conferences, either good or bad. And I mean, with any press conference, it's just talk. There's a lot of coach speak, a lot of cliches, a lot of just standard answers. So, I mean, you can learn stuff from that. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know that big overreactions can be made either way.
I realize that Hicks and like Trevathan and stuff may have contracts up after 21, but Jackson has his long extension. Mac will be with them past 21. Roquan will most definitely get a rookie contract extension this offseason at some point. Eddie Goldman may get one. Bilal Nick, like guys may be free agents under their current contracts, but I like Hicks is one I think will be gone just because he is older.
It sucks because you could tell like the defense needs him in that spot for the run defense. Yeah.
But by then though, if you're talking 2022, there's a good chance you've drafted somebody. So maybe one of them.
No, they're drafting all quarterbacks this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We're just gonna throw darts at the wall and hope that one of them hits the bullseye.
Yeah. I heard Jordan Love's available.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of Packers fans have been saying he's practically the same as Aaron Rodgers because he was drafted in the same spot.
I've heard he's just so talented. Like, yeah, he hasn't accomplished anything on the field, but in practice, he made this one really good throw, and he just is so talented.
So he's basically the GOAT.
He's right there. He's definitely better than Brady already. Almost as good as Rodgers.
Well, that's because Brady's a system quarterback. He just throws little dump passes.
Yeah, he's not as lucky as Brady, but
I've never seen Brady throw a deep ball.
Yeah, never.
He doesn't like balls that deep.
He could have never led the league in deep ball efficiency this year. That would not be
or
crazy.
French kissing his children.
Right.
That one
Yeah.
Both
he
of
and
those
Rodgers are like the polar opposites on family affection rating. I wonder if that's why Packers fans
neither are healthy.
Anti-Brady. Yeah. Both are extreme dysfunctional. The ditch on each side of the road.
Ironically, and not judging, but ironically, the parts of the country where those two men play, I feel like there's probably more family dysfunction possibly in the Tampa area than in...
It's close.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
I would agree, though. Yeah. Like
I just
Florida versus...
I just know that White Trash
Wisconsin.
Kyle had some relatives in Tampa Bay. I remember him referencing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this before the Scorecast, but the Karen that got mad when Brady threw like the Lombardi
Her
trophy.
name was Lorraine. Okay.
Have some respect.
Lorraine. Gross. I actually just
It's such a Karen, such a name. It's such
this
a Karen
woman
name.
bowl cut done earlier today.
Speaking of bowl cuts. That was quick. Good job, Richie.
I knew it was coming.
Super Bowls.
I just got my female bowl cut. Why would I say female bowl cut?
It's probably different than the male bowl cut.
It's a bob, right? She has a bob. Is that the Karen?
That's the
A bob.
Yeah.
I got my bob done today for $800 because I pay Pablo this ridiculous amount.
It's reasonable.
Because anyway, but I don't tip him. I do not tip.
Bob sticking out of the sunroof of her Dodge Caravan minivan.
What my thoughts are that she is stupid. I mean, there's so many reasons people brought up why it was dumb, and the number one thing to me is that it's not the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup is passed around every year. Okay, like AIDS, right? But
the Stanley Cup is AIDS.
It's been around the corner.
We're really crapping on the Stanley Cup tonight. It's like the best trophy in sports.
We're not gonna crap in it. We're crapping on it.
Red Wings have tested negative going on 10, 11 years now.
But the Lombardi Trophy is formed newly each year, And so it's not like the trophy that Brady threw is the trophy that her, I'm assuming, deceased father designed. Okay. Like
in the mountains in the Alps, chiseling it by hand from a lump of meteorite.
yeah. No, yeah, it's dumb. It's really dumb. And also I tweeted about this, but like Tom Brady throwing the trophy, like it's so much like a parent. Like, and I know this as a parent already, like with my second. I
Who's
can see
Alex
that.
Barr?
He's an offensive lineman for the Bears.
Look,
He played for Notre Dame also.
I
okay.
think you take the compliment.
Is he a starter?
Last year he started the last like 5 games.
Oh, I remember him. He filled in or whatever. Yeah.
I want to see now a better picture. Let's see. Who do I look like, Matt?
Filibuster.
Yeah, interesting. I was saying, like, as a parent, like my second kid already, I can see things where it's like I don't
Care.
I don't. It's not that I don't care, but
I
it's like, oh, I've done this before. I know the outcome of this. Like, this is gonna go this way, so I can be a little more careless with it. If that makes sense.
I'd throw my second child across a canal.
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. So, I would draft Ian Book.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, not for. Don't you
I
dare
just
make
say
that face. Come on. He is
okay. Maybe in like the 3rd round or something.
Yeah, like look, if he falls okay, 3rd round, if you haven't drafted a quarterback yet, then draft Ian Book. Otherwise, if you I would say if he falls to 5th round, even if you've already drafted a quarterback, then I'd pick him up for sure.
I feel like he's a worse Taysom Hill. Like not
He was in
to that, but
he's small. He's only like 5'11" or 5'10".
His game, as far as like his running ability, but also his limitations and things like that, he feels like a smaller, less athletic Taysom Hill. Like, which works in college maybe, but I just don't know if he. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what he's graded at.
Ian Book to me, and I don't know. I think
Sorry.
He's the type of quarterback I could see being drafted in a late round and being a not Hall of Famer, but like a competent starter in the league for a handful of years.
Like an Alex Smith kind of guy or something.
Yeah, sure. That works. Sure.
Like a mid-level guy who's always able to have a job, but yeah, it's
yeah. And as far as Notre Dame players go, there are okay, to be honest, I became a Notre Dame fan in like 2016 or whatever, and during that stretch the Bears didn't like draft anybody from Notre Dame, and I was like, oh, this sucks. And then last year they drafted Cole Kmet, obviously. Alex Bars and Sam Mustipher were both undrafted free agents, so now I see how Bears are obsessed with it. But you know who's really obsessed with Notre Dame players, and it sucks, is the Green Bay Packers.
Really?
Oh yeah, because they have Equanimous St. Brown. They have Dexter Williams, who was a running back for Notre Dame. They had Deshaun Kaiser.
Yeah, I remember.
They have a lot of. They have a decent amount. So
I wonder if that's because Midwest, the scouts, which I'm sure they're obviously traveling all over the place, but if scouts are just going to more games in the Midwest, I don't know.
Coach, I would honestly be 100% behind that. I really want to see that now. You're getting my hopes up.
Be funny.
It probably wouldn't work, but no
Be
quarterback
fun.
has ever worked for the Bears. Yeah.
Oh.
So, well, what did you hit your parlay?
No, but I'm on the last game of it, and Boise State just hit a 3. There's 4 minutes left, and Boise State, Utah State game. Yeah. Okay, there's 4 minutes left in this game. Boise State's up 4, and they're the last leg of an 8-leg parlay. So I was right on the first 7. So I just need Boise State to win money line here.
And what's your earnings if you win?
It's not as high as you would think it'd be for 8-leg. A lot of them were favorites, but I think it's like plus. What was it? I think it's over 500. I'd have to look and see.
And how much did you put down?
It was just a 50-cent bet because I
Nice.
started with, I just deposited 10 and I'm trying to do 50-cent units till I get to 20, then do dollar units. And I'm trying to, like, by the time NFL season comes around, I have it to like 100 with $10 units, but we'll see.
And how much do you have in your bank account right now? And what's the routing number?
My PIN, my social security. But I'm kind of trying. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to do a blog. I'm gonna try to make $5 into 1,000. See how long it takes me. So that'd be really fun.
I'm kind of trying to do the same thing like you did. We were talking about, and like you were saying, Richie. Like, but I'm gonna try to not deposit any money into it at least for a while, and just see, like, based on $10, almost more a way of just tracking how good I'm doing at it more than the money. So just trying to, like, steadily grow it.
Well, I've also been, I haven't added any since I put in the 50 when I signed up with our code FRUSTRATE, frustrate.
Nice.
But I made, this is my first time ever betting, and so I kind of like didn't do well. And Richie, I was telling Man Michigan Hat this the other day. I dropped all the way down to the lowest I got to after 50, putting in 50 was $27.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hit the Buccaneers money line on the Super Bowl, and that helped me out a lot. And ever since then, like, riding Jordan Spieth helped me a lot. And like hitting the parlay today, I will sort of helped me. So yeah, I've been.
What are you at right now?
Better. I'm at 39.52. So
Not
basically on the Super Bowl, so which is 2 Sundays ago, I was at $27, and I'm up
$12.
12. And I only bet 50 cents on everything. So
let's go.
Wait, did you actually do like the whole 50-cent thing, like on PointsBet on your Scorecast? Did you bet every single bet?
Oh no, not for the Super Bowl. No.
That'd been crazy.
All 100. Jeez.
I didn't have enough money in my account to bet that. I had to do the math.
Because 50 cents is the smallest unit you can do on PointsBet, right? Oh no, you can manually enter in.
No, I've tried.
Amounts
They don't accept it.
50 cents is the lowest.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty low. I've never gone that low. Like, my lowest is like $5.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
Big money.
I think it's really small for me to do $5.
That
I
Grubhub
doing
money.
$100 bets.
Yeah. Well, I've never done.
Yeah.
Like when I started this account, I normally put in, like, because I've done a few other sites before, but like I would normally put in like 100 and then do $10 units. But I'm trying to just grow this one smaller, like start in smaller to see.
Oh yeah.
Start small, see how tall it can grow. Yeah.
Not a sponsor, but yeah.
PointsBet, not a sponsor. Just kidding. They are a sponsor. Sign up. Frustrate is the code. Oh man. Well, do we want to talk about our overall records and what our weeks look like for Scorecast?
Sure.
I don't. Not doing great.
I'm pretty pumped about the bounce back because I'm 3-0 so far this week.
Are you gonna have to rush though, like to get, because you've only done 3 picks this week? So how many you'll have to do? Like what?
I'll probably do like 2 tomorrow, 2
or
Friday, and then I'll have a whole slate on Saturday because it's college basketball, and I usually do like a shit ton of games. Like I go like crazy on Saturday.
No.
I just sit at home and watch college basketball.
That's
Plus
true.
my birthday.
If you're gonna watch more games than Saturday.
Oh,
yeah.
Police play Anyos.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's really pretty funny? So my work forgot about my birthday. They have a newsletter that says like everyone's birthday. My name was not in there. So I'm like, I feel great, but I don't feel great because it's like no one knows, but I didn't want anyone to know. But it's like,
do they give you free Grubhub for your birthday?
I would get free. I get it free like every week, but yeah.
Okay. But the point is, you get an extra one free for your birthday.
Oh no, I don't.
Okay.
So what? Every week you get one free?
Not one free. I get credits. I got like $50 for the credits.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's how I bought
but no paycheck. He just gets the $50 Grubhub.
I'm a professional. Yeah, I'm professional.
How are you playing all these on points?
I bet food. You didn't know that?
Yeah. You bet credits, Grubhub credits.
Cheeseburger.
I'm gonna do a 4 sandwich parlay. Right.
I got a 50-burger unit coming up, guys.
You guys are making me hungry. A 4 sandwich parlay sounds awesome.
Yeah, that does sound good.
All right. So last week, Shane went the magic number 9-11.
Yes.
So good for you. Richie went 8-13, and I went 13-7. Our current totals, as of Monday morning.
Yeah, before this week started.
So in third place is Man Michigan Hat at 61-59. This would not be actually winning percentage. You and Richie are very close. Richie's 62-61. And then I am rocking it right now. I'm very nervous about having a really, really awful week soon, but I'm 72-48 right now.
That's
so
solid.
That's like
so
otherworldly for me.
Yeah, it's
It's funny because it's like turning the tide again. Like when you do well, I do bad, but vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because I'm starting to go back up again.
Yeah. No, Matt, we bet. So we did a lot of NFL and college football, and obviously when they were in season,
we kept those separate from our other picks too.
Yeah, since then we've been doing a mix of basically you can bet anything. So we've been doing NBA, college basketball, NHL. I branched out and I was doing some golf. I really want to talk to you guys about figuring out how we want to handle if we wanted to bet UFC or like. I was thinking about betting Serena Williams in the Australian Open, but in a lot of those, you're picking somebody to win, and it's basically a money line. So I was wondering if we could figure out something with those. But yeah, so once baseball starts up, we'll bet those too. So basically, the rules are, Matt, is that during football season, our football picks are their own animal, but everything else is kind of free flowing. You can pick whatever you want.
College basketball and NBA both too. Yeah.
I'm a
college basketball. I'm not really NBA yet.
Richie's a big college baseball fan, so he'll probably be picking a lot of those.
I'm doing a lot of the lacrosse and wrestling.
Hook 'em horns, right, Richie?
Yeah.
Did you do it like this?
Yes, I did.
Horns down.
Yeah, right.
How do you know? Are you a Texas fan?
I might be. Remember, I'm a free agent right now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I've entered the transfer portal. Yeah. We had a guy try to pitch Clemson and Auburn to me recently. So
what were your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I'm weighing all options still. I need to hear from kind of consider some more options. Yeah.
So my headphones are about to die, so should we wrap it up soon?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
So this week, just for me, I missed my lock. The one time I picked the Blazers to hit the over.
You locked already?
Yeah, I locked the Blazers to hit the over because they have horrible defense and they did not hit the over. But other than that, right now I'm 500. So I'm 4-5 because of losing my lock. But otherwise, I'd be 4-4. So I'm happy with 500 because I started the week really poorly. But doing okay right now. What about you, man, Michigan Hat?
So my Scorecast picks have been terrible because I'm losing a lot of those. I'm 2-8 this week. But the ones I'm doing well on, so I made a lot of money, like relatively to my bets, betting on Michigan. I bet like 3 units on them against the spread, and I also bet the over, I think.
We're not allowed to. I guess right. There's a law in Illinois.
I could, since I'm in Indiana. I could bet.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'll give you money. I'll bet you money to never bet the Flames.
I'll be your middleman for the Flames. Right. But yeah, so I struggled on my Scorecast picks, but the picks for Michigan, I had already run out of picks, so I couldn't do it as a Scorecast pick because it was on Sunday, I think. So I did well actually betting it on on PointsBet, but it didn't count for the Scorecast. And then now I'm about to get my 8-leg parlay. Boise State is up 6 points with 2 minutes left. So if I pull that off, I'm going to get that, but obviously that doesn't count towards Scorecast either. So overall, like, I'm making more money than I'm losing, but it's not translating to the picks on here right now. So
nice.
And Richie, you're undefeated this week. So
far, yeah.
Solid.
It's looking good. I'm hoping to keep it going because I've had a shitty past 2 weeks. I'm picking like my life depends on it every day. So that I bet more, like, but I won't put it on the Scorecast unless it's a lock in my head. I'm not gonna lock it unless it's a lock. So it's weird.
Double lock.
It's a
By
double lock.
master lock.
Yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
Well, keep listen, everyone, keep tabs on us and our picks at SYSS Scorecast on Twitter. I'm at Furious George 94. He below me is at Richie Chicago. He next to me is at Michigan Hat. Follow us there so you can be sure to catch all our dumb commentary and our picks throughout the week because there's a lot of uncertainty in the world. There always is, especially still in the midst of this pandemic. But the one thing that is certain is our picks. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for more correct picks.